P2G presents Black Girls in Web3 podcast. Hosted by Wanda, SUERO, also known as Salty Coffee, DAZZLE Daniels, also known as DAZZLE D, and myself, ELRUBY Thomas, known as Miss Ruby, Crypto Queen of Harlem, y'all. Tune in weekly as we strive to educate and elevate our community's financial literacy. We bring in professional and expert speakers, share insights from our personal wealth journeys, and introduce workshops and resources to empower you. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com at P2G Networks TV for an hour of Black Girl Power, where we're shaping the future of finance in Web3. Peace and see you there.
Well, it decided to do a little bit more. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another amazing Friday with the Black Girls in Web3 presented by P2G Networks. Baby, we got a night of amazingness to happen today. I'm your girl, Miss Ruby T, also known as ELRUBY, Miss Ruby to some. And then I've got an amazing group of wonderful women. Let's see who's in the house. I think we've got a DAZZLE D up in this bad boy. What you doing, D?
Blessings.
You know that's that D right there. That's DAZZLE up in this one. And we got Miss Teresa hanging in here. Hello, Sister Teresa.
What's up, family? Welcome to this wonderful Friday night. I'm ready to party. You know, that party night Friday kind of vibe. Yeah.
You got that right. And with us, we have an amazing, awesome sister up in this bad boy. So let's go, Black Girls in Web3. Let's give some love to Dr. J up in the house. What's up, Dr. Jessica Bradley?
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and show you how to enjoy your life.
Perfect. That's right on time, sis. That's right on time. That's what it's all about. We got to get this holistic mental connection, wellness going. And that's something I'm so glad that you are here to share with us, because this is Friday, y'all. It's Friday night. Y'all been through the whole week of work. That wellness is much required, I think. Ladies, y'all think so?
Heck yeah, I know somebody.
Yes.
Now, don't start me up. I just want to chill. I want to figure out how to do that efficiently, because how many of y'all have a hard time disconnecting?
Oh man, and then you feel all guilty, sneaking, peeking at your phone, checking your emails. You're trying to go, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just check real quick.
It's like, but nothing. Sister gonna come explain how they're gonna get it done, because she's working that out. Can you share with us a little bit about what you do? I love it. You have an organization that you handle. It's called Ripple. Now you got to explain that. Now you got to tell them about the name. Ripple Life Wellness. What's that about?
Well, it's all about bringing wellness, right? I'm a mom, so let me tell you a little quick story, right? How it's all started. I went through a bad divorce about 3-4 years ago now, and my little boy actually, I realized when he came in my room, he was crying. And all of a sudden, I'm like, what's happening? He had created in his story, because his dad was gone and disappeared. And he was like, created that dad must be dead. And I was like, whoa. And I was in my own, emotions and figuring out how to figure out my divorce, that I didn't realize that when I told him dad's working on stuff, because I didn't know what was happening personally, like we were originally agreed to 50, that he had created a whole story in his head, right? That this, because he's not calling, because he's not seeing, that this is what happened. And so immediately I was like, I'm going to figure out how to figure out further, faster my emotions, get through this. And I'm going to teach my kid. And then I'm going to teach every youth around me. And I'd already been mentoring youth. So my passion is kids. But when I see that in my kid, that directly says, I need to figure this out, and I need to figure this out fast. Right. And then I need to teach my kids and teach other kids, right? And that's when I grew into, let's bring mental health into mental wellness for our kids and give them these tools. And that's how I found out, You know, all my great mentors, Wayne Dyer, Tony Robbins, and then Joseph McClendon III, which is a specialist in neuropsychology, which actually helps you get further faster because he gives you these little dumb techniques using neuroscience to encode your nervous system to get further faster from an unresourceful state to a resourceful state. And this stuff works. And it's fun stuff just like this. What do I do? Smiling. Right? These little things that you can code into your nervous system that can change your life so fast because you're literally encoding happiness into your nervous system. You're just little techniques that, you know, setting a timer and smiling. Smiling activates so many muscles, and it actually, you cannot be sad and smile at the same time. It just changes, right? But that's how I started it. And what I noticed is using these little things created a ripple in my life, but also created a ripple around me, everyone around me, my kids. And now I'm using them with my kids. And so it literally, that's how I got Ripple Life Wellness, because it starts within, but then it creates a whole attraction, magnetism, whatever you want to call it, to others around you. And they find it and they find it. And it doesn't stop with me, right? It's a ripple effect that I want to create these youth, these young leaders to bring this to the world so that we can change mental health to mental wellness to the world.
Right. Oh my God. Thank God. That sounds amazing. I love it. I love your movement. To Miss Teresa, you know, it's so weird when she said that, you came to mind. Miss Teresa has an infectious smile. She really does. She's not on camera currently, but she does. And she has an infectious smile that is interesting when you see it. It's like I got the idea from what you said, and I had a picture, a visual. There she is. Oh, there she is. Okay.
If you're not seeing this smile, it is true. Ruby's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it makes you want to smile.
It
and
does.
I'm like, girl, I said, what did you get from that? Because I know you got. She's just so intuitive, and she tells you, like, she tells it like it is. And you made me think of her when you said that, with that whole ripple effect. And it's just, whoo. And I'm like, community. Yes, you have a community goal.
Yeah, and that's my goal. Is I don't want an individual, right? I want to build a community where together we create a movement to bring mental wellness. And I mean, not just like a tip, but like mental wellness.
Yeah.
It starts with our youth, right? That's how we affect generation.
Right.
And so I want to bring it to the world. And it does start with smiles like that, Teresa. For real. It starts with that.
It makes me so.
What I thought about was rippling up the old thinking and putting on the new thinking when I heard the word ripple. Because you have to change your mindset about how you're looking at life. And so I said, I got to rip off, how I think, how I feel about myself, how I think about myself, how I look at myself, how I present myself to others, how others look at me, so it's like, it's just a ripple effect, because you get rid of one mindset and change it to to the mindset you originally ordained to be, because that's what happened. We originally ordained to smile, not be sad, not be miserable, not be unhappy, but to smile, because I was like, Teresa, come on the camera's like, your mind's like, okay, you ain't up to it, so what? Come on, you'll be okay. And but when I popped on with that smile,
you look great.
Teresa, I love that you're actually saying that, because that is what I'm based off. It is using these techniques to embed our thought, right? It's a thought. Everything starts with your thought. It's a mindset. And your story that you tell yourself over and over and over, like how many of us, and your audience out there too, like how many of us were sad? We were thinking of a thing that made us sad, and we put on that sad song. That was an action, right? But the first thing was we're thinking how sad we are. Well, it's true. The thoughts literally do create, and it starts with the mindset. And then what we can do is use our nervous system, use these little hacks to actually create it so that when we are in an unresourceful state, we automatically default to a resourceful state. And we don't stay in there for days, weeks, months. It's like tops 10 minutes and you're like, I'm out. I already know how to defeat this because my nervous system already knows that next pattern, what started with a thought. And that's totally, and I love that you actually even said that without even me saying it, because that's what the two things are: thoughts and the nervous. I'm on what we call a neuroencoder, right? That's to help you change your mindset and encode it into your nervous system. So when you go through these things, you can literally default to your best self.
Oh, love it.
That's what you said is so important, because I just feel that we have been taught, to think one, which is like I was sitting, I was like, I can't get on. And I was like, wait a minute, Teresa, do what you got to do and get on this call, because you are needed. So when she was like, Teresa smiled, like, Teresa, how you going to talk about Teresa smile and you don't even get on the call? So I was like, get yourself together and get on this call, So I had to switch my mindset from where I was at to come here and join with y'all. And so I'm thankful. I'm glad you're here, because you just shift my mindset. I'm glad Ruby, she was like, Teresa, you got it. I was like, okay, and I know she loves me. So I'm receiving what she's saying, because she wants the best for me, and she sees me in a different light than what I'm seeing myself, at a higher level than what I'm seeing myself, because she's been where I've been at. So she's just trying to push me to the place that I'm supposed to, not the place she wants me, but the place that she knows that I can operate at. So I love this ripple effect that's happening with my life. It's just awesome. Yeah.
I love that Ruby didn't even ask you. She
was you don't have to. Yeah, you open up on your own.
Like, great. I do have a dang good smile. I'm getting on this camera. I'm gonna show everyone my smile, because it is true. I love that it changed your mindset. And those are little things that's how this works, right? It's kind of like magnetism. When we bring that, we start making that ripple around us, because we're already doing that. And you already have the first step down, because you have a beautiful smile. And it's right there. And it literally does ripple within. When you smile more, how does that make you feel?
I feel good, because I smile at people all the time. They be like, what you smiling for? I said, or what you speaking to me for? I said, because somebody need to tell you good morning. Somebody need to tell you hello. And I was like, one man, he wouldn't speak to me. I'm like, sir, did I offend you? He was like, miss, I'm not used to people smiling at me and saying hello. Aww. I said, well, every time you see him, I'm like, what's up, brother? How you doing, baby dog? So, so it's like, so people like, they know me from I don't care who it is. I don't care what condition you're. I'm like, hey, boo, how you doing? What's up, sugar pie? That's just who I am, because I want someone to give me, I want to change somebody's life, even if just my smile. I'm telling you, a smile can change somebody's life.
Yes.
A smile can do a great difference in somebody's life.
Yeah.
And then when I say baby dog, I just make them like, I'm your baby. Yeah, baby, you my sugar pie, you my honey bunch too. You can be all of that. And it's no disrespect to anyone, but it's just that I feel people need sweet talk, because we got every other talk but sweet talk. So mindset of how to look at themselves.
And that literally can actually save lives. Right. It can save lives. Because you never know that one person that you smile to, that you talk a little sugar to, literally may have been struggling and was like, I'm done with this life.
That's right.
And that's the main goal, is like, literally, this stuff saves lives.
Yeah,
it all starts with us. Within, we teach that, and we make that magnetize out, right? And we bring that. And how many people, just from you walking in that room like that, they're literally magnetized to you, because they're seeing, they're like, what does she have that I want that? Why is she smiling so big? And why is that smile so gorgeous? Like, they literally see that. And I love that you can bring that to anyone just walking out.
So interesting enough that you say that, because my experience of being, I've been around Teresa a few times. So we meet online through people we know, and then we find out we live in the same city. And I'm at events, and I'm the first time I met Teresa, it was like, oh my God. And we were in one of we were in a boxed situation. And it was like, we just gravitated. It's like, girl, and we going back and forth, and I love your energy. I love your energy. But the fact is when you get around someone who is that way in life, you see what I'm saying? She says, good morning, hello. Young people, older people just walking down the street, homeless people, you name it. Mm-hmm. Everyone she is a woman that does not forget the community as she is going through life. And that is something, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but that's something I admire greatly about you. Because with a world that can be we can be very distracted. Mm-hmm. And even if you're not trying to, even when you don't set out to, this woman is hyper aware of the people. At least that's how it comes off to me, of people and how they are. When someone says, how you doing? And they take a moment to give you a chance to answer. It kind of throws you off. You'd be like, oh, yeah. Like she's like, I asked you how you doing. That's all I want to know. And I mean, I want to know. That's something that the smile says. It smile says engagement. It says, I feel good. I want you to feel good. And I'll understand why you now I see what ripple means. Okay. Because I was like, where we get that from? I can't make assumptions.
It's what I noticed. Only what I noticed, and that's when the name came.
Yeah, I'm like how you pulled it together. That's what's up. Yeah. So my question is, how's your son doing now, and how is he interacting? How does he like this?
He does well. I taught him tapping. I taught him all different skills, right? But we use a lot of that. And another good thing to help encode your nervous system is celebrating. But celebrating everything little to everything big, right? We're not just celebrating being this whatever awesome thing we did. We celebrate everything. We celebrate waking up. We celebrate, oh my goodness, you took the trash out. Oh my goodness, you
awesome. I like that.
Yeah, and the best way to celebrate, I don't know if anyone's listening right now and you just want to raise your hand. Everyone raise your hand. All your listeners out there, if you're listening, raise your hand and then just pat yourself on the back. Just that. You know what? Why are we celebrating right now? We're celebrating because you showed up on this podcast.
Right? That right.
That's right. And you're learning from these amazing ladies. And so we celebrate all these little things. But when you start celebrating little things,
yes,
picking up more on the bigger things. But your nervous system actually looks for, let's celebrate more. Instead of, hey, that was really down or that was really down. Or it actually now is like, oh, I like that. Because we learn two ways in our nervous system. We learn either by something really traumatic, and our nervous system's like, don't ever do that. We're going to move away from that. Or really something super happy. And our nervous system actually takes over. If it's super happy, super awesome, it actually will override your lower time, because it's like, I will definitely want more of that. So if you're doing these little things on little things, your nervous system's like, oh, give me more of that, whatever we just did. And that's how you literally in your life, because it's like, we're celebrating all the time. Our life is awesome. We're amazing people, right? And so I do those little things, and my son's doing great now, by the way. And the coolest thing is to see him actually changing his mindset about things. Like, oh, like I didn't have the best football, and he does it with his teammates now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like, we didn't win that, but guys, we did a really awesome defensive play, or we did, and I just think because he's looking at the good. And not just taking, hey, we just took a big loss and we're going to go out. No. And he teaches them. He's like, no, guys, but look at that. Or he actually celebrates them when they're out there playing, catching the ball, and they drop it. He's like, good try, but next time you'll get it. It's okay. Yeah, celebrate that you tried, And
how old is that son?
Huh?
I was going to say the thing. How old is he?
He's 8. He's 8.
Wow.
And that's what 5-year-old that's doing the same.
That's what's up, baby. Yes. You gotta get him young. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
so. Sound like I was like, wait, is he playing football?
He plays flag football, which I'm okay with. But they kind of tackle at that age anyway. But
you ain't tackling my baby either,
right?
What kind of football that is, y'all say?
Flag football.
I like that flag. That's safer.
Yeah, I actually like that. So it's so interesting because when you share, we share. So just to share with some folks how we get this started, our interviews are done and we ask the people that we invite, these beautiful women and men that we invite, to tell us some about themselves. And I was like, okay, when I met you, it was like, that's Dr. Jessica. I was like, well, I was about to tell you about my boo-boo. And then I realized I'm not an animal other than the human animal.
That's right.
Veterinarian. Oh, okay. I don't have 4 legs.
Yeah, I'm actually a veterinarian. Yeah, that's what I do as my career. Yep.
And how did you get there?
How did I get to mentoring and being a life coach? Well, I always took it on. The initial thing, I always went and worked with foster kids. I don't know why they always had my heart. It's just like I went to play with the little girls, the little kids, you know, because they're literally in foster group homes stuck in little playpens. And it just broke my heart. So I went originally to just play with them, take them out on a Saturday and just, you know, play. But then I started seeing the older girls aging out. And as soon as they were aging out, even if they were still in high school, they're out on the street. And I was like, get me with all those girls. I want to mentor every single one that's about to age out. And so and then it showed statistics that 90% if have a mentor, go on and get careers and get jobs and have families and get successful. And so that was what I had a passion. And then I just grew into this and I learned more skills, and I even learn more skills now. But my passion was like, I just want to help these youth, especially youth that were, you know, didn't have a lot of mentors.
And that's so amazing that you say that. Like, I'm actually living proof that really matters. If I didn't take advantage of the mentorship and programs that was like that, because I was in a group home, they had me on Judge Hatchet, and I went to boot camp and Scared Straight. But had it not been for the, you know, support system of the mentors, I would have turned out a totally different way.
That's right, Dazzle. It's true. It's a real thing. And that's another thing. It literally creates a ripple life, because now look at your life and look at I don't know if you have kids or anything yet, but it literally changes lives. And that's when I was like, we got to do this. We got to keep this going and keep teaching.
That's right.
That's how they end up on the street doing prostituted and being trafficked, because the system they do, once you age out, they put you out. And if you don't have no system, it's true, it happens right here in New York. If you don't have a system set up for them to go to, they end up in the street. And it's sad, because you have a lot of good young girls and young guys who have done well, but then they just age out. And so that was one of my problems that I had with the systems, is that they don't have, after a child turns 21 years old, they don't have a lot of service for them. Anybody from 21 and up suffer.
Age grade. What's the age, like literally for the services for that? What's the age that they are considered out, I guess, aged out of the full system? Is it 18 or is it 2022? Or
here,
what is that?
Here in the foster group homes is 18. Once they're 18. And a lot of these kids are still in high school. Like my first girl I ever mentored, she was aging out that year in the middle of her high school year, and she's going on the street, and I was like, So I went, sat with her. We got all these little grants. There's so much money out there too that they just got to connect them. We got housing paid for. We got her a little apartment. I went and got all these donations. We filled the apartment, and then I said, "What do you want?" And she's like, "I really want to be a nurse." And I said, "Let's get you there."
Wow.
We got her into school, got her into nursing school.
Yeah, Miss Teresa, that's right. Go and give it to her.
That's what I'm like. I help fill that gap, right? What do you want and how do we get you there?
That's
and
right.
I love, and there's so many resources, but they don't know. And the system doesn't take the time because they're overwhelmed with all their things. This is like, get through this and that's it. But that's when the mentor is really important, because it literally, like you said, most of them will end up in the street. They just don't have the help when they do. And it's not that they don't want it. Right. You know, a lot of them do. And as soon as you get them and you show them that you're going to show up and you're going to help them and you're 100%, they put in the work, and they're harder workers than most kids.
You know, that's what some people don't, that's what people don't see about these young people. It's like, for some odd reason, we have gotten, as older generations, we've gotten this separation or ideals about younger people. And first of all, I'm so done with the generational argument from Gen Z, this one, that one. I'm like, you people, you went through it, and now you need to help each other go through it. Stop looking at our differences and remember our similarities, because we all went through it. And I don't care where the world was.
Each generation has positive and negatives, and they all take it from each other. But the real life, when it comes to life, it's just, you know, it's pretty simple. Like,
basically, that's right.
Through and get you to where you want. And really, that's my thing, is like, I don't want anyone telling anyone they can't do anything.
Yes. That's right.
You can do what you want. You can go after your dream and make it day one. And
that's what I'm talking about.
There, and I will get you there, because there is every way you can do it. And that's the first thing I teach them with the mindset. It's like, what do you want?
Right.
How can we get you there? Not give every reason why you're not going to do it. I'm going to be like, day one starts today. And then let's get you to where you want, right? And
come on,
I mentor a lot of kids too. And one just graduated last year. I went to her graduation, and I just was so awesome to being a tech to now a vet, and she did it.
Oh, wow.
These little steps, right?
Yes.
Get them where they want. But now I got all these other things to give them. Like, hey, let's encode it. Let's do these fun things. The little, the little, but it works because they're coding their nervous system to better. So when we have a challenge, they don't see it as a challenge. They're like, what's my opportunity?
That's what I'm sorry, you speaking my language, baby.
Listen, you mention us right now, and I'm 66. I don't know how Miss Ruby is, but you mentioned me. You mentioned me as a CEO because you giving me some equipment, some tools to use for me with my grandchildren and anyone else that I'm talking to, because we need more women out here like you who are doing those things, because sometimes we don't know how to mentor them. We don't know the words to say. So you giving us a toolkit to use and help, because it's so much young people that are out here in New York, out in these streets terribly. And some of them are even at home and still don't have the mentoring support that they need. So it's like, where's your organization located at?
Yeah, I was about to say, how do we get this?
I'm in Texas, but honestly, I'm now starting to do speaking events, because I know just one speaking event, like we teach these little hacks to the parents, we teach these little hacks to our youth. That just alone, I don't even have to be your mentor, but then I can be your mentor, and I can mentor online as well. So I can go virtual. But the key too is just
I'm gonna be reaching out to you.
Seriously. We are definitely put it up there.
Yeah, that's my passion. And honestly, what my goal, my vision is to create more mamas, more grandmas, more people out there building our youth in these ways. And that's why I help bridge the gaps with parents and youth, because that's my goal. Is we give them all the skills, but I can't do it alone, right? If we want to create a movement, it literally has to be a bunch of us coming together as a community and building this wellness in our kids, and then them teaching the other kids, because it is totally just a magnetic thing. When people see people smiling, people see people happy, I'm like, what is she doing? And the coolest thing is, it doesn't matter what is happening in your life.
Right.
It doesn't. You could have a hard year, you could have an amazing year, but whenever you hit a hard year, you're going to realize these little things like, oh, wow, I went through that hard time way easier than it could have been.
That's right.
So it's for everyone. It really is. It's literally for everyone to just get them doing these little dumb things, hacking like their little nervous system, because it's fun. A lot of it is fun, but it literally changes that mindset. And
believe it or not, you are creating the shortcut. Believe it or not.
That is what I call let's get further faster. That's
I gotta agree. Yes, it is.
Further faster, because it's true. It's not just changing the mindset, because you can change your mindset all you want, but then you're telling yourself over and over. But when you do this with it,
that's right.
It literally, your nervous system creates a neural pathway. There's so much
what's going on here? What's happening? Oh, wait, that's good.
And then your nervous system is like, do more of that. Whatever she just did, we're going to do more of that. And so it literally, there's neuroscience that backs this up. I'm a doctor. I like to look up all the science. And it is proven. There is science. There's so many papers on it. This stuff works because your nervous system literally gets encoded and changes pathways.
That's true.
Literal, real pathways. It creates it. It's crazy. It's cool. It's super cool, though.
So you're saying that a pat, like patting yourself, is one of the codes that they use, and that changes how we handle different situations? That's
right. So what I'm saying is, like, celebrate all your wins, small and big. Oh my gosh, I woke up. Oh my gosh, I took the trash out. Oh my gosh, I showed up for this podcast.
Man,
so dumb. But all of a sudden, in like, do that for 10 days. I challenge everyone on this podcast, 10 days. Celebrate every little thing and just keep doing it. That which, if you're not on video or you can't see us, you just raise your hand up and you pat your back and put a smile on your face. Just keep doing that. Just
can you imagine how many bullies' lives would be changed? How many people stop bullying if that was done? Because a lot of times when they're bullied at school, somewhere else they're getting bullied, so they come and bring the aggravation and stress to the school. But because I remember one time a lady said to me, she was like, my son was acting up one day in school, and she was like, your son came in real aggravated. And then I was like, oh shoot, because I was telling him off before he left. So I made it my business not to tell him off before he goes to school, because he went to school and take it out on the people. So, but it was just something simple for me, like try to take it easy on him. Yes, he might be acting or whatever, but just, so because I know in Africa, somebody said in Africa that when instead of them, if the kids get in trouble, they put them out in a circle and they be like, "Ooh, boy, you're gonna be a great soldier. Ooh, girl, you're gonna be doing it." So they do not talk about the next. They just put them in a circle, tell them all the great things they're gonna do, and that's how they deal with them. They do not do that. So we have the tools. We just have forgotten to use them because we've gotten to this. Oh, I'm that hard, rough life. But can you imagine if every day I did something good for myself and I patted myself? That would just shift me. Period.
Yeah. And that's why I said there are little things, but you teach your kid to do that. So now, and a lot of that bullying is self-confidence thing, right? They're trying to get significance in their life because they don't have that at home. And that's when they're feeling significant. But if they start feeling significant and you're teaching them these little wins, and then their nervous system's like, oh, I'm winning all day. This is awesome. Yeah. This is awesome.
They're not thinking that. They're not reaching for that.
Good in them. They start building their own confidence, and then their own confidence comes out, and they don't need to bully because they're already feeling significant, right?
That's right. And then, of course, Becky's just said it's infectious. Yeah. So then it goes to the next person and the next person.
Yeah.
I'm just loving this. This is definitely what we teach in community in P2G. I love this, first of all. We gonna get your contact straight, Missy. I'm gonna help you with the tech on getting your contact straight, because we need to be able to find you and book you, woman.
Yeah. And
we need a women's session.
I know your community. Actually, could you tell me just a little bit about your community? Because I know you guys are building wealth and you're doing amazing and you're helping teaching others. Because I would like to help you with that too, because that is true. You guys doing what you're doing and helping build wealth, do these little hacks with it. It's not just relationships. It's not it double times wealth. It double times everything. It's a coach for all things life. And so in your community, they can
first, Missy, it's mindset over everything else. I tell people, when you come here, it's not about the money. We hit mindset first. That's the first key. When you come into class, you're going to be shifted immediately. And when I tell people this, they think I'm patting myself on the back. I'm like, I am, because I'm
grateful. My favorite class.
It's her favorite class. Because that's what happens. When you come in, you are shifted. You have to be shifted. I can't bring you to something you've never seen without you being open to it. So I share with you where you are, and that it's a mental process that it'll take this quick to get through. And they break it down to basic common sense. Everybody got this. I said, if we had a line with common sense and nobody made it on time, this is something everybody could get. It's something everybody could get.
And she does it with such love, so much love and patience, because when I got something wrong, she's like, Teresa, I know you know this work, girl. I know you forgot. And just her saying that to me, it was like, now, Teresa, think about what she said. It made me like, Teresa, get your book and look at the book. I looked at you, whatever is that. But she gave me time. I said, she is my second best teacher that I ever had. I had 3 teachers. My Sunday school teacher, Miss Ruth, my math teacher, I forgot his name already, and Ruby. Because I have been in class with people so rough and tough. It's like they're not kind and gentle with you. And she was just so gentle. So she was so loving and gentle, and just how she dealt with period. She was just so loving and gentle. Like Dad says, it's become, because she teach you with such grace and love and kindness that she makes you like, girl, you got this. You could do it. I'm sure you could do it. And so, and that's important. So mixing the two with the P2 financial thing and this, that's going to be a powerful combination. Because can you imagine they getting the neurons?
Yes.
Can you imagine that they're going to be in class doing these techniques, teaching the kids to do this? Because let me tell you something.
I'm starting to think we need to start doing it on Thursday.
Exactly right. As much as the kids need it,
just like Miss Dr. Jessica said.
I do the same thing.
As much as the kids need it, the parents need it too, because we need to reinforce the parents so they know how to do it to themselves. So when the kids doing, they be like, "What you doing, Mama? You know what we doing? We doing that tapping method, that encouraging method. It's like, because parents need that too, because we have a lot of parents who have not been encouraged like that, and so they don't know how to give the kids. So we need to do a double thing: get the mamas and the children. Create a parent program for the parent and the children, and then get both of them.
Yep. Yeah. And what this is actually, it's anchoring. That's what it's called. It's anchoring the positive into your nervous system. And so some kids, if they don't like to do this, Pat, because the little kids, they love that. They're like, hey, but older kids, like the teenagers and stuff that I'm working with, I say, like we anchor it.
Yeah, something with energy. That's right.
Yeah. So I use whatever technique that you need. I like the ones like this, the little kids like this, the big kids like this, but it's just a little thing, a movement, because that's the nervous system, right? Part of it. The thought and then the smile all activate your nervous system. And so whatever movement would be good. If you like to bring in the pat, on your classes, let them celebrate, because they're already like, you're magnetic already, Ruby. So if you start celebrating their nervous systems in there, bring it in. That's my goal, is everyone
I'm coming to you for training.
Things in.
I get trained.
Just watch it. Like I said earlier, like everyone on the podcast, celebrate all your little things for 10 days and tell me how it affected you. I love to hear back, because I think it's so cool how
we'll definitely do that.
10 days for 10 days straight. Do it. That's the homework. And then let me know, because I think it's so cool when they're like, oh my gosh, yeah. Like I was sad for 2 seconds. And because I had been doing that for 7 days, I was like, oh yeah, oh well. But it works. Yeah. And it's fast. Like you said, further faster.
So I like this because Miss Teresa and I and Al have been on a Dazzle created a project that's on her platform called the 90-day what is it? The 90-day consistency challenge.
Yeah, consistent challenge, yes.
Right. So we entered it because we're challenging ourselves to do just that, become more mindful, actionable about success in the things that we're doing to develop our project as P2G.
Yes.
And we're holding each other accountable. But I like adding this on there for 10 days of our 90 days. I think we could do that. We do it every morning. Comes with some reading and some listening and stuff. But it makes sense to start. I think I could give myself a pat on the back because I did my fulfill my consistency today.
Yes, me too. Yes.
I like that.
You guys are all doing it together?
Yes. Yeah. We have it going on. Yes, as a group.
I love that you're doing that. Yeah. Oh, everybody, what are we doing right now? There we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby.
How does it feel? It feels good, right? So
you're gonna be like, for a day. Can you imagine starting every day patting yourself on the back for something you already accomplished? First thing you woke up in the morning, you have already accomplished several things.
That's awesome.
I can only say that normally a person, so the normal outcome for most people is feeling like they don't have enough time, they're way too rushed, and that they're not hitting any of their thresholds for the day, and they're way behind. That is like the average person. I got to get this done. But what about the fact that you did it? What about the fact that you made it to the bus, you're on the bus. Then when you get off, you're walking up, you got your cup of coffee, you know what I'm saying? You're walking into your job, you're saying hello to everybody. You're a little bit winded, but wow, I'm on time. Excuse me, y'all. I'm on time. Never have we had patting ourselves on time. I'm about on time.
That's why I said
it's important. Safely.
All the little things, because then your mind starts picking up on all the amazing things you do. And that's another thing I teach people is when they wake up or when they're having a bad day, Like a lot of people wake up just stressed. So the first thing I say is say, I am amazing.
That's right.
Or I am magnificent. You know, just these little
affirmations, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
The day.
You coming in our yard right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yes. Yes.
And use whatever word that empowers you, you know, like
exactly.
I am magnificent.
Yes.
I am unshakable love. You know, I spread it when I walk around. These little things, smiling and talking and patting yourself and just pointing, you know, just little techniques like this. You know,
I am me. That's good. I like that. I'm gonna add that in there on my affirmations. I am me.
And you could even start
neuroscience
all your classes that like everybody, let's say I am amazing and try to outdo your partner. I am amazing. No,
I love it. I love it.
So it goes to the whole thing, right? But that's what I'm saying is those little things. But it's so funny because your nervous system, it prefers that stuff. And so when it starts seeing more of it, it's coding pathways to do more of that, to find more of that. And then like you do have, I mean, life is lifing, right? We do have hard days. We do have hard things. But I can guarantee you, when you have these skills and you're building this up every day, those hard days default because you're like, what? And that's a good way too, is like when you're having a bad day and you start thinking that rumination is what we call it, you know, that spiral and like everything, you catch yourself and you say, I caught myself. Good job.
Yes. Yeah. And thank you. Even that is right. Exactly. The very process of acknowledgement is an accomplishment. I share with it. I'm glad that you said that because I have, and I was like, this is neuroscience. It's not rocket science. It's neuroscience, and it's simple because it's your brain. You know, it's little actions we can take on to shift how we function and how we perceive the things. And it's so weird. I didn't know I was sharing that with my husband. I was like, you know, every time you catch yourself is a good thing. I would tell him, I said, it's important to instead of waiting for people to catch you, that when you see it, and I told him, I said, and it's weird, I said, you do see it. He's like, no, I don't. I said, we all do. Every one of us sees when we're going off schedule or off our word or what have you. And some of us have just said, excuse me, but F it and throw it all to the wind. Like that's the only state you can be in. It's done. It's too late. You caught yourself at any moment during that time. You can shift anything you want. And I love that now we have some activities to do to bring you back and redeem you, to pick you up and keep you moving forward. Because otherwise I was like, it ain't gonna work until you do something different. I'm sorry, that's who I have been all my life, y'all. And have these amazing tools.
You do have
these amazing tools to be able to present, you know, instead of going, until you do something different.
And it's true though. But you are doing something different. You're catching yourself, you're redirecting, you're celebrating all your little things, and it's not hard. That's the good thing is it's simple. It's simple. And that's what I am as a neuroencoder. I like to make things simple. Like you don't have to know all the science and the neuroscience that backs it all up. Let's make it simple.
People don't care. People don't care. They just want to know how to get it and get it quick.
And you can say all the affirmations you want, but if you're not feeling it, if you're not
come on, girl.
It's not, you're gonna be like, I am magnificent, I am magnificent, I am magnificent.
And I don't believe you.
Exactly. But your brain will believe you when you just say, even though you're not feeling it, you're having a bad day, you're crying or whatever, I am magnificent. I am magnificent. And you just keep repeating it with a huge smile on your face, you're gonna change. It's just it happens.
I want to share something with you because a lot of people in my community would think that that's fake, and I don't know if my family realized a lot of times when they talk to me, they're like, she can't be this happy all the time. I am more so relaxed, happy, innerly happy. This all came from what you're talking about right now. It came from me determining that I control my state. and that I chose it. I chose the state I wanted to be. Because when people go, well, I feel, they get stuck in their feelings. I don't know what happens to me, but when I hear people talk about their feelings, I hear you're not in control there. Yeah. You're not. But I said, you feel it, but do you want to?
Yeah. What do you want?
Do you want to? So would you like something else? Then you have to tell yourself that's what you got instead.
Right. And that's what I said. All these little things aren't for everyone.
Yes, and that confirms it.
You got to find what some people, they just need to feel power. Yes. Right? It's a power move. So actually on my first calls, whenever I create a roadmap to ripple your ripple life, right? We find that because this isn't for everyone. There's different things. What makes you feel powerful? What makes you feel loved?
It might be my Supergirl pose.
A lot of the young adults, they'll pick that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
but that's what I do is like, what makes you feel strong? What makes you feel loved? What makes you spread kindness?
Yes.
And we create what it is for them, because not everybody wants to do these silly things.
Girl, that's what I'm talking about.
What it is for that individual that makes them not feel weak, but makes them feel empowered, and then use the mind to create the pathway that they need to create. And so it's little techniques that are different. And sometimes people don't want outwardly; they just want a squeeze hand from underneath, because it's secretive. It's small, but it's powerful for them because they feel it. They're squeezing their wrist underneath, And so it could be anything. It could be a thumbs up. It could be whatever it is, But the celebration doesn't have to be a pat on the back. That's the easy one because it's like, oh, yeah, good job. But it could be a dance move, A lot. That's what they do on the football fields, right? They do.
Oh, God. Yes, they do. They get down.
And extra credit for everyone on the podcast.
Yes.
Timer on and dance for 2 minutes for 10 days again. And tell me.
Sounds like a plan. I think we're going to throw that in there too. I want to get a little movement in. And let's do it. Let's do it. Jess, this has been an amazing, amazing time. I love you, girl.
I
love your hair. We're definitely going to be searching you. Can you please let these folks know how to reach you? How to reach out and say, catch your time?
Well, I would say the best bet right now is you can find me on the Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, I'm Jessica Bradley.
Okay.
You can add the link probably, right? And then Jessica Turner Bradley on Instagram. And then I can send you my email and you can add that on to the links as well.
Sounds like a plan. I will.
Send out that way.
Sounds like a beautiful plan. I'm trying to tell y'all, this lady is bad.
Yes, she is.
Don't be sleeping on no neuroscience.
Can you imagine having on a Friday night, having a Jessica Dr. Bradley night, and doing these new
and we have
right, because it would be so empowering for you to sit with your family, just say, like what's your wins? Like, what's your wins for today? Like, what did you win? Like, if they start, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You had a win. I know you had a win, girl. Come on now. Did you wake up this morning?
Give me something small.
Hey,
did you wake up this morning?
That's right.
Did you take a deep breath this morning? Like, you got to win.
You know what is awesome? Teresa, you know what else is good? Yes, what did you fail at? What did you fail at today? And how can you redo it and celebrate that? Because we want to celebrate both ways, right? Because a failure is not a failure. It's a redo. You always learn from them, right? And so success comes from failing.
That's your comeback.
So every dinner table, I ask my kids, what'd you fail at today? And I teach by example. I give them something. Hey, I really sucked at that this morning. And I do that. I could do better by blah, blah, blah. What did you really fail at today? And sometimes it's really silly and it makes you laugh. But every failure is a redo. And I always teach that because no one gets anywhere without failing. We all fail. And let's celebrate those too. We're going to celebrate everything. And then I say, what'd you really kill today? What'd you win? Really kill at, and it could be waking up too. Today, wake up. It was like, I just was dragging, but I did. So it's all, like I said, it's all. We need to look at all failures,
So
wins.
we are definitely going to be taking this interview into the unboxing. So I want to say thank you so much for being on with us this evening and
Yes.
just having just such a spirit of giving here.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, we gonna do this. And I call you Dr. Jessica because I know you as Jess.
Oh, it's fine. I'm Jess. Yeah, I'm
All
Coach
right.
Jess.
That's right, Coach Jess. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Mm-hmm. I call it Dr. JB. That's my one, Dr. JB.
about.
You
Yeah.
know what? I have so many names. I don't care what it is, as long as you make the effect, right? But I want to thank you and thank your community for letting me come on as well, because this is how we create bonds, we create communities, and I love that you already created a community and you're doing your thing too. So I want to thank you and thank you all you beautiful ladies that are here too, and everyone out there.
We're going to have you in for a speaking session. I'm definitely going to bring you up.
Let's do it.
Looking forward to having the community exposed to your services, along with the business community that we're going to be bringing in. Because this is like what I see what you're doing is a serious shift in not just our community, but our extended communities, not just the families, but even in the community, in our community of business, in our community of services, all can use this. And it would really shift the situation with all of us. With that, I want to make sure that we get to paying some bills. So we got to make sure that we bring up our sponsors. So Miss Teresa, you want to share the first sponsor today?
Yes, hi. My name is Teresa Lorraine Scott. I'm excited about today because I'm talking about Mormito. Mormito is a product that heals your mitochondria in your body. And it has been healing mine, y'all. I'm looking fine, feeling good, excited, excelling in so many areas of my life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I dare you to try Mormito. It will change your life. It will change your body from the inside out. It doesn't heal you, it just causes your body to do the healing on its own. And if you have a pet, ooh, come on, y'all. Give these pets some Mormito. They need it. And I'm complete. And I don't know who's
You
next.
ain't never lie. Okay, and of course, this health is health is wealth. That is the foundation of your wealth. Mental health, physical health, all. And that's why I'm so glad we shared. I definitely utilize my mind of myself. So she ain't never lie. This skin ain't never looked better. People been asking me, what you doing? I said, you better get some of that Momada from Miss Teresa. Because it has been, not that my skin had any problems with it. It's just you want something that's moisturizing. It uplifts. It also, my family recognized that the dark circles, guys, I used to have dark circles. I don't anymore. I didn't even notice that. Because I wear glasses, I used to get the circles from the glasses. And of course, not sleeping properly. I'm getting some sleep now, though. I'm getting twisted. I'm doing my whole.
Send me the link on this because I'm interested. Mitochondria is like the energy source of all your cells. So
exactly.
Cool,
and then, so what we do,
handshake.
a 1-2 punch, we go from there, from the topical and inside your mitochondria for your mitochondria, but we also go to your micronutrient, which is something that needs to help everything with your immune system. I work with a product called Micro Daily and have been for the last few years. Micro Daily, the way that I attest to it is that it saved my family during COVID. My husband and my daughter both have breathing situations, and we got COVID all at the same time. My daughter and my husband, I wasn't even allowed to stay with them in the hospital. I had to drop them off while having COVID. I had to drop them both off. And my daughter came home the same day. My husband stayed in the hospital for 3 days. He did not have to go on a ventilator, thankfully. They did allow me to get him some Micro Daily, along with some of the other products that we were using to help build his immune system and fight this. But Micro Daily does something a little bit more than just build your immune system. It literally scrubs it's a micronutrient that scrubs your cells. And it actually helps to cleanse you from the inside out. I've had people get a reaction and they're like, oh my God, it made me itch. Come to find out, it was actually just cleansing their system. It actually helps you. Your stuff in your system that's been building up for a long time has to come out somehow. It's going to be uncomfortable. One of the things I learned from, oh gosh, anybody ever have to do like a colonoscopy or something? Well, that's not fun. It's not. And then to find out it has to irrigate your entire all the stuff in your intestines to them to do the work. Yeah, anything that's cleaning is not going to be fun because it's been there for a long time, not moving. And as soon as it starts to move, you start to feel better after you go through a little bit of discomfort. So what I did was I learned to utilize the product, and weirdly enough, I'm anemic, so taking micro daily helped me to be able to take iron because I have a sensitivity to iron. Crazy, anemic and sensitivity to iron. So it helped me to digest that. Now, with a lot of other people, they're getting a whole lot of other results. People who are, we've used it for pets as well. I was shocked to hear that. They've used it for physical salves to put on salves and remove entities without having to have surgically being removed that are on top of the skin and things that are developed on top of that are topical. So I'm letting y'all know we're not sharing any cures. This is just something that's helping people to heal. And that's the whole purpose. Your body does the work as long as it's properly supported, as Dr. Sebi has always said. If you give the human body what it needs, you will get a human machine that works and it will heal itself because that's what you're supposed to be doing. And what we're here to help people do is to get that kind of support. Now, what I love is because this is another level of health and wellness. Miss D, would you please share with us what your beautiful Winners Club Winners Network is doing along with our amazing 420 event coming up? Let's go, girl.
So we have a few classes coming up inside of the Winners Tribe. You can go inside the Winners Tribe app and go to the event section and see what we have coming up. If you want to be able to earn some cryptocurrency for sharing social media posts, we have that opportunity coming. And we have the 420 experience coming up here, which is a great event where we have instructors all.
Oh God. She's in travel. I love it. As soon as she's gonna give all the juicy good bits. It goes the news that does that. D with us? She might be her networking, but definitely.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, thank you. Go ahead. Let them know about the 420 event.
So the 420 event is a 4-day experience that we have that's here in Denver, Colorado, where we have a variety of instructors that come from across the country to come and drop gems all in one place. We have an NFT music showcase where the winner wins a 5K deal with an NFT music label. And this year we have an independent brand fashion show. So get your tickets.
Oh, so and I was really excited to hear about the brand fashion show because I like to represent by wearing the brands of our partners. So you may see me in different types. So if it's not P2G, it'll be one of our other partner brands in our show. So people, I was like, check out some of the gear that I wear in these things because they'll have logos from some of the people. Like my next one is gonna. I can't do the shoes. I gotta be careful with my shoes. But I know that I plan on having a Winners Tribe hat and a hoodie. So I like hoodies. It's getting cold, y'all. Like I need some warm clothes. So I will order from others. If you have a brand that you would like to have showcased, I'm the perfect billboard, and I won't charge you. I'll order it. I'll order it myself because I truly believe in supporting our community. But on top of that, we have an amazing. Normally we have our sister Wanda with us, but tonight unfortunately she had to work a little late. We want to make sure that you get to understand how important it is for your legal protection. That young lady is and I love this, she is a traveling notary public. She also does the I guess the signing agency. Now, one of the things I love about her is that she does the notary public services she provides for free. You can give her a donation. That's all she'll accept. But and she will travel to people who need it at home so if it's someone who cannot get out, like an elderly person, and you need to help them with their paperwork, she will help them with that. Now, you're gonna pay for signing if you managing financial big projects like houses and deeds and leases. So y'all better pay. You better make sure you pay for it. But she's very thorough and she gets the job done, so you get what you need. I'm really excited that we have all of these things, and this is her service that you see here. Her Instagram, same thing. It's Urban Oath Notary. Check her out and see what that's about. because we're teaching people how to manage finances on P2G. Very much everything legal, lawful, financial. And don't think that they're in any way separated, because if they are, you don't have a business. You have the next mistake about to happen. And we want to see you safe, covered, and secure. And we thank you so much for being on with us. This has been another amazing episode of Black Girls in Web3, our Friday night chill party. I'm loving it. Getting them neuroscience on, y'all. And we're going to get it popping. Y'all have fun. Enjoy your weekend. I love you all. Give them love, ladies. Go and give them love.
Thank you. It has been a blast. I'm ready to party some more. Y'all got me all riled up.
Blessings, good fortune, and may the profits forever be your favorite.
And enjoy your life.
And on that note,
P2G presents Black Girls in Web3 podcast, hosted by Wanda.